You've probably heard someone say, we should stop buying from China. And I just gotta ask, okay, champ, then where are we buying from? The moon? Because saying, stop buying from China is like saying you're gonna stop breathing because the air's dirty. Sounds noble, totally unrealistic. Here's a fun challenge. Grab literally anything around your house. Earbuds, TV remote, electric toothbrush, flip it over. I bet you a donut it says, made in China. Honestly, the donut might be from China too. But why does everything come from there? What's the big Chinese magic trick? Let's break it down. China, the world's factory, with assembly lines everywhere. So China is basically Earth's factory. Since the late 1970s, when they started opening up their economy, they jumped into capitalism like it was a hot new trend. And guess what? They nailed it. Cheap labor? Check. Insane transportation infrastructure? Check. Tax breaks that make investors cry tears of joy? Double check. A government that throws money at companies to come over? You better believe it. Meanwhile, Western companies were like, wait, I can pay less, make more, and profit harder? Let's go. And just like that, China became the world's shopping mall, minus the food court with good snacks. Why don't we just make everything here? Sounds easy, right? Let's bring the factories back. Local jobs, industrial patriotism. Cool story. Now here's reality. To build one simple smartphone, you need parts from dozens of countries. It's like a global salad of suppliers. And guess who organized that salad over the past few decades? Yup, good old China. They don't just make the final product, they make the parts, the chips, the circuits, the screws, the plastic, the packaging, maybe even the air inside the box. So even if you build the factory here in the US, guess what? You're still ordering half the parts from China. It's like making a burger at home with ingredients from McDonald's. That's no excuse. Just stop buying, period. Technically, sure. But if you really tried to avoid anything made with Chinese parts, you'd be left with maybe an organic sweet potato. And even then, the plastic wrap probably came from Shanghai. And prepare to pay more, like a lot more. As in, this USB cable costs as much as a main dish at the Cheesecake Factory, more. And before someone hits you with that classic freedom isn't free speech, let's get real. This is the same country where folks buy a 70-inch TV on Black Friday with a maxed out credit card. But what about the trade war? The tariffs? Yeah, so the US tried to get tough. Tariffs. Stern press conferences, angry faces, and what happened? Companies laughed nervously and kept buying. Because leaving China? Expensive, messy, often not worth it. Sure, some companies moved operations to Vietnam, India, Bangladesh, but guess who sells raw materials to those countries? Yep, China again. It's like walking out of a pricey restaurant, only to eat at the place next door that gets its ingredients from the same supplier. And the average shopper in the middle of all this? Oh, they suffer. Because when giants fight, it's the folks who just wanted a new phone charger that get crushed. If the US slaps tariffs on Chinese goods, prices go up. Stores aren't eating the cost. You are? So you hop on Amazon, see the price tag and go, guess I'll stick with this charger that's held together by duct tape. So, is it possible to live without buying from China? Totally. If you're willing to, pay way more for almost everything. Have less variety, wait longer for deliveries, and sometimes not find what you want at all. In other words, doable, but a headache. It's like saying you'll live on salad only. Noble, admirable, but you'll be craving a cheeseburger by the end of the week. So, what's the smart move? Look, nobody's saying it's great to depend on China for everything, but throwing a tantrum and storming out won't fix it either. The best bet? Diversify. Bring back some production, create new supply chains, invest in local tech, but that takes time, and politics, and money. And let's be honest, none of those are exactly in surplus right now. Bottom line, saying, let's stop buying from China is like saying you're leaving the family group chat. Sounds freeing, but deep down, you know you'll need Aunt Linda's birthday cake next weekend. And that's it, folks. Next time someone says, we just need to stop buying from China, take a deep breath, smile politely, and say, cool, show me a 100% American-made phone and we'll start there. If you enjoy this little reality check, drop a like, because pretending to understand global trade with a smile is hard work. Subscribe for more content where we mix facts, irony, and just enough sarcasm to survive modern life. And remember, it's not that we want to rely on China. It's just that the alternative costs 3 times more and still shows up broken.